Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We had a little bit of a mix-up. I guess it's my fault. I moved the time and apparently my language to some people. I well, apparently I conveyed maybe the wrong day. So whoever's joining us, appreciate it. Welcome as always. We have a lot to get to today. Most importantly is that waffle that we've been lucky enough to be able to offer. I will say that almost all of it is due to the benevolence of Doth Benevolent, a good man who was
Thank
able
you,
to
sir.
procure us a extra copy of that Muff Toys brown suit Superman Clark Kent. So thank you to him for doing that. He wanted to make it available to people, especially in the group, who might have missed out on the opportunity to get it, or maybe was a little bit out of their price range. Because if you've looked on eBay, it's going for quite a lot. So, we were just looking to, get Jason his money, whatever he paid, and then, from there, all the extra money would go into shipping. As we said, it's free worldwide shipping. So we're going to be doing that drawing today. Hopefully. Whoa, perfect timing. We're going to be doing that drawing today, and hopefully somebody who needs it ends up getting it. It's a great figure for those of you who don't have it. It's awesome. Ian, did you ever pick that up?
The brown suit?
Well, no, either one.
Oh yeah, I've got the blue suit. I
blue
just don't
suit?
have the brown suit.
Okay. Al, you have both, right?
Just the brown suit so far.
Wow, blasphemy.
I'm gonna get the blue one though. I'm gonna get the blue one eventually.
Blue is the easy one to find, so you should be all right.
Yeah,
you should be okay. And then obviously Jason has both.
Yeah.
Jason got the brown one before the blue one, which is unheard of. Which is crazy.
I lucked out.
Yeah. So anyway, for those of you who are joining who haven't been watching the streams before, we've had a bit of a meltdown with somebody in the past. James is in the chat. James is probably well aware of it. So when we do a waffle, the waffle is usually done at the end of the stream. So if you're sitting around, biting your thumbnails, figuring out, when is this thing going to be raffled off, it's toward the conclusion of the stream. So sit tight, grab some popcorn, and enjoy what we're doing, hopefully. So with that, let me just get that out of the way. We'll go around the horn, say hi to everybody. We'll start with the handsome Al.
Handsome? Where? Anyways, what's up, guys? Hope y'all having a good day. Happy Valentine. Hope we're not keeping everyone getting beat by their wife, because this is a don't tell my wife. But if you're watching this, secret might be out. Anyways, great to see everyone here, and looking forward to talking some updates.
So Alice challenged with his Wi-Fi connection today, so hopefully it's not going to be an issue. You could hear him breaking up a little bit. So if it's getting frustrated, please take a deep breath, count to 3, and just be patient. So we'll go down next to Jason. Jason doesn't have a lot of time. It is Valentine's Day. He's a hunk of burning love, so he's very much in demand tonight.
It's Valentine's Day, and my wife knows how to fight like a dude. So hope everyone's having a good Valentine's Day. Has somewhere to go after we're all done, and look forward to talking some toys.
Okay, and we have Ian now, sort of becoming a regular on these streams. Ian, how's it going?
Good, yeah, good. I'm kind of recovering after I had few too many beers last night. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, you have that St. Gallen Valentine's beer? You have any of those?
My wife's got she got pain in the teeth, so she went to bed, and it was like, well, I'd watched Brave New World yesterday, and just to drown my sorrows, I decided to get a bit wasted and open some toys. And you left me yesterday in Akihabara, man. You can't do that. You can't leave me alone.
I told you to let's go, and you were like, no. I just what am I gonna do?
Just like going home with like 2 huge bags of toys. It's like, what an idiot.
What'd you get?
I picked up the Hot Toys Enforcer. I didn't have the Enforcer droid.
Okay.
So find
Nice.
that for
What'd you pay on it?
It was 20,000 new man.
Oh, that's not bad. What
It's
is it
really
new
cheap.
or was it used?
That's new. Yeah, it was new from
Yeah.
Ami Tower. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's like half price
Yeah.
to retail.
Yeah.
Which is really good. And then the other one I picked up was I got the NECA. I got more turtles, man. I don't need more turtles. But I bought the NECA Pizza Club turtles. So I found the whole set in Mandarake, brand new, less than retail. I didn't get to open anything. I only opened Donnie last night when I was messing around, but a good looking figure.
Yeah, good looking figure.
But yeah, spend a bit too much, but still happy days.
Okay. All right. So let's just go around and see who's here. Mark is always seemingly first. Thank you, Mark, for joining. Eric is here. Hey, Eric. Doc Gutierrez, finally catching alive. It's been a while. It's been a while. James is still awake. I wonder what's going on with James. He must be pretty busy tonight. So browsing eBay, huh? Yeah. So the end of the stream. James is tuning in. James is always involved in these waffles in some way, shape, or form. Anyone else? Yeah. So I wanted to talk about a couple things. We'll get started. First thing I wanted to talk about is that new Maximum series Spider-Man. It finally dropped. The price came out. It's $50. Anyone who says no, it's $49.99. Come on, it's $50. And you know, surprisingly, it's sold out seemingly on every platform. Every retailer seems to be sold out. Is that still correct?
I thought Entertainment Earth might still have it, but everybody else is out.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Pulse and like Amazon sold out quick, and that's always true. And I think Entertainment Earth sold out, and at one point it was only available on BBTS, and then BBTS sold out, and now Jason is saying maybe it's back up on Entertainment Earth.
Nope, I was wrong. It might have come up briefly then when I looked.
Okay, maybe.
How's that going to work here? The Toy Sapiens here will probably still get it at some point, right?
Yeah, Toy Sapiens will get it, but they'll also put a premium on it.
Yeah.
So, you know, you'll be paying more for that than you pay for the Mafex.
But they must have some allocated stock, so I guess they'll drop it soon.
Well, my theory on this thing is that they are purposefully putting out a small amount to generate FOMO. And when this thing actually drops and releases, you're going to see a magical second wave make its way onto retailers. And people will be gobbling it up because they think that it's sold out and it's hard to get. And I think that's really Hasbro's play here. I think there's no way this $50 figure of a character that everybody has. Granted, it's the McFarlane Spider-Man, but I mean, come on. I think that they knew that the community was really divided on this, more so than maybe anything they've released in the last few years. And the only way to make sure that this thing has any type of legs is to put it out with a small first wave, create the buzz, create the FOMO, and then once it releases, because this is releasing soon, right? Is this correct?
It's looking like April, May is the tentative dates.
Yeah, and they usually release a month or two before the date. So, you know, anywhere between, I would say, March and May we'll be getting this. So it's a pretty quick turnaround anyway. I think that you're gonna see a mysterious second wave reappear in all the e-tailers shortly after this thing drops. So,
that sounds right.
So if you missed out, I wouldn't worry about it. I think I ended up getting two. I got one, and then I ended up ordering a second one just as a backup, maybe to use as a waffle or a giveaway at some point. but I ended up getting 2 through BBTS. The one that I'm getting for myself will actually be for my kids. So it'll be for one of them. He'll open it. I'll inspect it. And that'll pretty much be the extent of it. But yeah, so it finally dropped, and you know, people are still divided. Now, Al, you got this, right?
Yeah. Huge fan of the McFarlane design. I'd say it's overall my favorite Spider-Man look. Before I go on, how am I sounding, man?
Well, now that you asked, you broke up. Ian,
I don't know
Ian,
what's going on. Yeah.
Hey, it doesn't work anymore. I've taken that back after you banned me from the
we
Waffle.
overused it. We abused it.
But yeah, it's my favorite look. You know, that's the price I predicted it to be. I thought any more or any less was kind of like it wouldn't have made sense. $50 is kind of like that sweet spot for what most American brands, domestic brands, label as a premium figure. And just like we were saying, talking to the other guys, you know, Hasbro released a few deluxe figures last year that were also considered premium, and one comes to mind is Phoenix. She was $50.
Yeah,
and she did come with a big base, you know, a few accessories. But with the amount of accessories that this is coming out with, it is pretty unheard of for Hasbro to release this many accessories with a Marvel Legends unless it's considered more premium or deluxe or whatnot. So I did pick I picked a couple up too. And I mean, we really won't know if it's going to be worth it until we get it in hand.
Yeah, we won't know. Jason, you got this?
You know, I said I wasn't going to, and then I FOMO'd the hell out of it and got myself one. So
You got just one, though, right?
I got one. I am still on the fence for how good I think this one's going to be. Again, I think it's more durable than pretty, but fingers crossed. I'm hoping it'll be better than I think it is. But I think, yeah, McFarlane is also that's. I love the McFarlane design on it. That face is absolutely.
That head is awful. It's awful.
Yeah, the
I know
Peter
I
head
put
can go. The Peter head can go, but yeah, the Spider-Man eyes. I love the mask. I actually think the hands, the exposed hands of the web shooters is a real nice touch. We've never really seen that before.
No, but third-party customizers have been doing that for a while.
Yeah,
So,
true.
You know, they're finally. I mean, let's just say $50, and they couldn't even put magnets on the hands or the feet. You know, Metacom's been doing that for years. They couldn't do that for this. It's the Maximum series. I mean, all it is just a few more accessories. You couldn't do something to maybe have it stand out a little bit more than the usual offerings that you've given for Spider-Man. You couldn't have done that. So that's a really disappointing.
I think it's really missing out on a stand too. The only stand you get with this one is for his webbing. But
the web, yeah.
I was surprised they didn't put some sort of stand in there.
No flight stand is ridiculous. That's insane. For that price, it makes no sense whatsoever. This is Spider-Man. Like,
magnets are not safe for 4-year-olds, but this is not marketed at 4-year-olds. This is marketed. It's a $50 figure, and I'm sure when you look at the box, it's going to say like 12 years old or older, or 10 years old or older, or something like that. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but Hasbro has put magnets in some of their toys over the course of its lifetime, correct? I mean, I understand the point. Yeah. I understand the point. I get it. But this is not marketed for parents to buy. It's a $50 figure. This is not something that a mom or a dad is going to buy, and you can easily just slap a warning on the box. I mean, you have extra hands.
There's magnets in everything,
right? You could swallow the hand, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. Magnets are obviously more dangerous than hands. I get that, but
is that like a recent thing now? Because as I said, like when we were kids, there was magnets in everything. Like we had magnets in toys all the time.
Yeah, you know, kids have gotten injured, and you know they do things. Like
It's
a
far
kid
less
died
dangerous.
from the reason they didn't do that rocket firing missile from Boba Fett is because some poor little kid died from a toy. I don't remember what the line was. It might have been like Buck Rogers or something like that. And he shot the missile right into his mouth and it got lodged in his throat. I mean, you know, things happen and they end up having to change things. But, you know, it's a $50 figure. I mean, you can market it to a collector. I mean, you know, so.
Still less dangerous than lawn darts. So.
Yeah. Look at this clown. Can't join us, but can talk smack.
Yeah.
So Ian, you did not get this. Obviously, Ian has a little bit more difficulty getting stuff into Japan than I do. So he's not normally buying
honest,
from
if I could get it, I don't know if I would. Like, I have so many Spider-Man Marvel Legends and other lines that, like, I don't know, man. I'm starting to think about getting rid of all my Legend stuff. Like, just keep the odd few. But I mean, just looking at it, you can get a McFarlane head from a you know, a customizer online, and they're not that expensive. I mean, I don't know. It just looks the same to me. I'm not big on the big wide feet, you know, the chunky muscular thighs. Like, I want to have some new molds, something that's a little bit more, something that's a bit different. So I don't know. It's a bit too samey for me. And the thing is, once I get like my figures up, like, I don't touch the accessories again. So once I have one look,
yeah,
you know, I end up with a box or a bag full of accessories. So it's like I'm paying that big price point for stuff that's just going to sit in the cupboard, to be honest.
And those hands, those extra hands that he comes with, they don't fit on regular. Where is it? They don't fit on regular Marvel Legends figures. So like these bare hands here.
Yeah, it's
you can't use them with another regular Marvel Legends Spider-Man. Apparently, they're only able to be used on this one, from what I've read and heard.
Really?
Huh. Yeah. So it doesn't really fit the figure. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna use that? If you had a Peter Parker figure and you wanted to use it, that would be great. But apparently, like, the way that it's designed, it's not transferable to other Marvel Legends characters, which is a major waste. Now, Ian doesn't have any sons. I do. And that's really the only reason I'm buying it, is because I have kids who love Spider-Man. If I had girls, then I'd pass on this. I really would.
That's a bit sexist, man. My girls could like Spider-Man.
Yeah, but your girls don't. So you know, you're in the wrong group for that kind of talk. But anyway, I mean, you know, I think the Peter Tingle, the spider sense is cool. I like the shield. The webbing, of course, is pretty cool, but you know, everything else is just and it's still going to be that cheap Hasbro plastic. You know, I don't need to throw my Spider-Man against the wall to validate that, yeah, this is worth picking up. Like, I don't know about you guys. I never have any issues with my Mafex tumbling off a shelf, and I live in an earthquake area. You know what I mean? Like, it's never been an issue for me. So, and they come with stands. All the Mafex figures come with stands. So that helps negate that problem. But yeah, I mean, like, you see the posing on this, right? And anybody who's ever had a Marvel Legends Spider-Man knows it ain't the easiest thing to pose when you want to get it into these positions, right? It's not easy with that Hasbro plastic. There's resistance. It's not a smooth type of engineering. So I think $50 is probably $15 too high for this. If it was $35, I think that'd be a more realistic price point. But, you know, as other people said, this is probably just them looking to justify upping the price of everything. So, they got to start somewhere. So this is where they're starting. Now, people in the chat, how many of you grabbed this? Let us know. Say, I'm a silly guy and I grabbed it.
And for
Again,
those
I
that
grabbed
haven't
two.
yet,
I grabbed
Yeah.
two. Oh, I'm a silly guy. I grabbed two.
I'm very silly too. And for anyone that hasn't been silly yet, it looks like GameStop and Best Buy still have it available for pre-order.
I was gonna say Best
Oh.
Buy still had it.
Yeah, and GameStop right now. Yeah, so
yeah, but GameStop is not. GameStop usually tacks on a little bit more price, don't they?
Usually.
no, it's
yeah.
actually the same price, and if
Is
you're a
it?
pro member, you get a discount.
Okay.
And from what I've been seeing online, people that order from GameStop usually get their figures early, like the
Yeah.
Marvel Legends. Yeah, there's people that already have that Nemesis wave that they ordered from GameStop come in.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot going on with Hasbro these days. For anybody who's been keeping up, I mean, the new CEO wants to even veer away from toys entirely and just get into gaming. So it's not the best time to be a Hasbro, I guess, these days with the pricing and with the direction of the company. So this one, who mentioned it earlier? Let me go back. Yeah, the Watcher. So it's
Yes.
definitely, if you missed out on this, I would bet Ian's toy collection that you will have another opportunity to get this. So put me down for that. I'll bet you Ian's toy collection, you put up something that when this thing drops, you'll have ample opportunity to get it. It's not going to be an issue. This is a manufactured scarcity that the toy company is doing in order to get people hyped for it because they don't want to miss out. So anybody want to add anything more to this topic before we move along?
All good here.
Yeah.
Yep, no, we're good.
Yeah, we talked about it before. The only new thing is the price.
Yeah.
Kind of
Was
disappointing.
finally revealed.
Yeah. So the price was literally the maximum I was willing to go. Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
$40 should have been the maximum. It really should have been. But it is what it is.
Hasbro gonna
and
have, bro.
Was that Al?
Just like Maurice said, Hasbro gonna Hasbro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
They
thing
want
is,
to.
like, this at retail is $5 or $6 cheaper than the Mafex 185. Retail. Is this really comparable? I mean, you get that Peter head sculpt, but it sucks. Like, who's gonna use that? It's awful. So I don't know.
It's gonna be my New Year's 2026 photo. Have that, use that Peter sculpt.
I wonder how many of these ollies is gonna get. That'll be something though, huh?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next topic. We're gonna pass it along to Al. Al,
All
if
right.
you want to take over.
Let's see here. All right, 1 second, guys. All right, so basically, we're going to talk a little bit about all the new Street Fighter stuff that's coming out. About a lot of stuff that's been announced within the last couple of months, and actually a lot of new pre-orders that went up this week. So as of now, Jada is the king of Street Fighter figures. As soon as they dropped their figures, about a year and a half ago, just came out of shock. Everyone was just so surprised. These guys are like the anti-Hasbro for what they're doing, the quality, the accessories, and being able to keep it at that $25 price range has been great for collectors. But they did drop 2 new pre-orders this week. As we can see here, there is the Sagat and the Blanca. So these are, they actually raised the price on these. So now these are showing at $29.99, and a lot of people are saying it's because they're more deluxe figures, they're bigger characters, which that could be it. I was kind of shocked that they still raised the price, but look here. So we got Blanca from Street Fighter 2. Does come with,
You want to
the
share
usual.
your screen now?
Oh, it's not sharing? It should be
No,
sharing.
you have to share it with me, and then I can share it.
Oh, I thought I clicked it. Sorry, 1 second, guys. All right, so I just click
Old
share.
guy in some technology, you know.
Yeah, we got to go pull some.
Chrome has lost permission to capture your screen. Oh, that's great.
Really?
Hold on.
Too much porn, man. I'm telling you.
Define too much.
Yeah.
That's such a subjective word.
Oh man, let's try this. Sorry, guys.
No worry, dude.
You know, competition is always great for the consumer, right? Inot started up in the game, and then Hot Toys followed. Jada Toys is doing what they're doing now. Storm Collectibles is following. It's good. It's good competition. It's good for everybody.
Well, that Blanco, I've seen it in person. It's considerably bigger than the other ones that they've released. So
Yeah.
I mean, to raise the price a little, I don't think it's a huge thing. It doesn't have any cloth goods, but it's definitely a much chunkier figure. And Saga is a little bit bigger too. So I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
And I got this. Don't pass on this one,
pick
guys.
that up, yeah. Notice where he's holding it. He's covering the thighs. Look at that.
That took less time than I thought it would
The thing is, actually, once you bend it, or you have it like this, you can't see it. Can't see it.
There are definitely ways to hide it, but
yeah, have him flying, you can't notice it either.
Just for that head sculpt, I think it's worth it. So,
man, it's probably the best, one of the best I've seen.
What's up, Al?
We're gonna have to keep on talking real quick. I'll be right back, like in 2 seconds.
Yeah, no worries.
I have to restart Chrome. All right, 1 second, guys.
Ian, did you get the Shazam as well?
No. Well, what happened? I found it on Merc. I don't know how you guys say it over there. You Mercari? We say Medicari. It's like an online thing, and they were brand new. And someone was selling them for like half the price that they go for in the stores here. And they actually had Shazam as well. And I only went with the Superman first, and now I'm thinking I best go back and get that Shazam. I think because they look good. Yeah. The only thing I would change if I could go back, I would possibly not buy this and try and find the deluxe because I don't have that second head sculpt.
Yeah.
And the head on this is so good that I need that other one. So I'm kind of like,
well, that deluxe one is only available directly through them, right?
Is that true? Oh, I didn't know
that. 5K had it. I don't know if they still do. Let me see.
All right.
5K still has the Shazam, but not with the alternate head anymore.
All right. While you guys are looking into that, I did meet up with Ian yesterday, and we went to Yellow Submarine, and I picked up this. This is a 1/12 scale drum set for my G.I. Joe Dreadnoks for Cold Sliver.
Oh, is that
some other stuff as well? But 1/12 drums.
Yeah, I want to see
Pearl.
As soon as you've showed it off and it's good enough, I'll order some.
Yeah, I'll open it up probably this weekend. Yeah.
There we go. Now it's going.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
All right. There we go. Just had to restart Chrome. All right, guys. So back to what I was talking about. So Blanca and Sagat went up today, or I'm sorry, this week, and looks great. I mean, so far from the Jada stuff, it's been a big surprise. A lot of us Street Fighter fans have been happy with what they've been putting out, and Blanca looks great. Comes with his electricity effects. Comes with a couple head sculpts and a couple hands. I think it looks awesome. $29, still a great price for me, even though it went up a little bit. And I know Ian was mentioning he had seen it in person, and he said it was a bigger figure, which that's not surprising. But again, this is great. I pre-ordered this. I'm sure Ian's going to go ahead and grab this as well, and looks like Ryan's grab this as well. There's all the accessories, but yeah, I mean, what Jada's been doing for that price, as we've always said, is awesome. But yeah, anyone have any other thoughts? I know Ian was mentioning he liked it.
I'm definitely gonna get this, but it'll sit on the shelves here. Like every single release is now sitting on the shelves in stores here. Like I saw the Player 2 versions of stuff have re-released here. They had the Chun-Li came out back again. Bison's sitting on the shop floors. So it doesn't sell out here. There's 3 or 4 retailers that have this, so it's actually really easy to get.
It used to sell out. Yeah. You couldn't even
it
find
used
them.
to, yeah. Well, when they very first came out, they were harder to get. I think like some stores were like knocking up the prices a little bit.
Yeah.
But now they're relatively easy. The only thing for me is that the Storm Collectibles released. It's a lot more expensive, but the scale is a bit bigger. But they did release a Blanca recently, and that figure looks so good. Like
it does.
The quality is on a different level. And I've seen it in the store, and I'm like, man, because Blanca's usually quite big anyway. I have seen people putting them together with the Jada Toys ones, and they do seem to scale okay. So part of me thinks that I should just spend that little bit more money and get the Storm Collectibles version. But I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I mean, the Storm one, I think it's about $120 or so. But yeah, I mean, that's their more 1/10 scale, I guess you would say. But again, also Sagat, he just dropped for pre-orders too, and just insane. I haven't really noticed any Jada figures selling out, so even if you don't pre-order them, for the most part, you should be okay whenever they just release, on shelves. But one thing I did notice about this Sagat figure is the one thing that all the other Jada toys were missing before was toe articulation, but you can see here they added it for Sagat, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so you could see there was a picture where it really showed the hinge. You can kind of see it. There you go. But yeah, this figure looks great as well too. Here's all.
I wonder why they're releasing Vega. Why is Vega coming out at a different time? Because that's
what I was actually. Yeah, I was actually surprised because they usually drop in threes, but this wave was only 2. So they have to do Vega still. There's Balrog and T-Hawk, and I think that's it, right? Or Zangief. So they might just be doing the bigger figures. Oh, there's Honda too.
I thought Vega was part of this wave. I thought he was advertised as this wave. But yeah,
that's what everyone was thinking. Maybe who knows what they're doing now, but hopefully they put him up next. But yeah, I mean, I pre-ordered all of these. I've been going down that Jada Toys line. Again, I'm pretty sure Ian's going to be grabbing some of these as well too.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to stay away from the Player 2 stuff, but just just the regulars. Otherwise, you'll just get out of control.
Jason, you haven't gotten any Street Fighter figures yet, have you?
I played back in the day, but I enjoyed the fighting games, but yeah, it's not a line I decided to dive into. They're cool figures, and I mean, for $20-$30, it's a steal. Especially compared to that $50 figure we were talking about. But I didn't get in.
Rob, you haven't done any Street Fighter figures either, have you?
I have the Figuarts but I don't have any of the Jada stuff. And I'm at this point, I don't back buy. Like as a collector, I get in on the ground floor or I don't even bother. And so I'll be all in on the Storm Collectibles. That new line that they're coming out with. I'll be in on that. But the Jada stuff, like we were saying, it was too difficult to find here. when it started and when it was building all the hype, and a lot of the stuff was like Target exclusive this or Target exclusive that. And you just couldn't get them here. So I'm like, why am I going to bother with a line that's just really difficult to collect? So
yeah, I get you. And yes, actually, I was hoping Figuarts would reissue more than what they did last year, because it was only Ryu, Chun-Li, and Guile. Because I really like some of their figures as well too, and some of them are up there in price now. But to go on to the next topic, well, next line that Rob was mentioning, Storm Arena put up their Ken for pre-order, the Street Fighter Alpha Ken, which to me, this is one of my favorite looks of Ken, I guess you could say. I love the art design from all the Street Fighter Alpha games, and it's also the same designs that they use in the Marvel vs. Capcom games for the most part, the earlier ones. But again, Storm, they're normally the 1/10 scale, but this is going to be their first line in actual 1/12. They're priced pretty much at the same price as Jada figures, which is crazy, but yeah, these look great.
Have you seen these in person? Have you seen these?
No, I haven't. Just from all the pictures, from all the shows. Have you guys seen these yet?
When you see these in person, the quality seems way better than the Jada toys. Like
yeah.
The suit on I can't explain it. Like it kind of feels textured, and like the paint application's more of like a kind of matte. It looks like it's kind of, it doesn't seem as shiny, it doesn't seem as cheap. It feels very much like a Jada toys, but it's definitely the quality seems to be better. They've used like a slightly different type of plastic, I guess. I guess Jada toys are gonna have a bit of competition. The only thing is they are the Alpha line, but they're gonna I mean, if people don't care about that, then yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just looking at the pictures alone, you can already see that there seems to be a lot more detailed. Like you're saying on the suit, you could see kind of like a texture on the gi. Even the effects look nice. Like this flame effect looks really nice.
It does.
Yeah, so I mean, this is where I'm really looking forward to this one line. And they're also doing Darkstalkers and King of Fighters, which I can't wait to that to drop as well. But yeah, this looks awesome. This line looks great, and yeah, where Jada started, Storm's looking to strap that rocket on them and take off. But hopefully, Storm can complete these lines, because that's one of the things that a lot of collectors have against Storm, that they'll start a line and they hardly ever complete them. But yeah, we'll see how this goes.
The Alpha 3 would be interesting to see what they do next, because some of the characters they look a bit different. They're a bit more stylized. So I guess with they've gone with the core characters because they look quite similar to, say, Street Fighter 2. But I don't know if people will be so much into some of the other characters. Like I don't know how many people played Alpha 3. It's like such a difficult Street Fighter game, man. It was a great game, but it was, man, like that game.
Yeah.
Really used to frustrate me. So like, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be all in on all of the characters.
Well, this line, the people that are pre-selling this here, they're charging between like $5 and $8 more per figure than you're getting charged for Big Bad. So, Ian, if you end up wanting these, just let me know and I'll put in an order with Big Bad and just throw an extra one into my big pile of loot that ships.
All right, cheers, man. Yeah, thanks.
Save money,
and also there you go. But also remember, guys, this is also for all the Marvel vs. Capcom collectors. This is the sprites that they used, and just to take it back to Hasbro a little bit again, one of the rumored lines that Hasbro is going to be coming out with this year is there was a leaked Marvel vs. Capcom wave of their Marvel characters.
Yeah.
So, that's going to be, good to mix up too for all those people that, were, fans of those games. But yeah, really looking forward to this. And I mean, quarter two, shoot, they're coming out quick too. So these just went up for pre-order, and we'll be seeing them in the next couple of months, which
Hopefully.
is great.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. Now, and then the one last figure that also was announced and put up for pre-order this week is, and Dark will love this one.
I know where you're going. He looks good too.
Yeah, the Revoltech Ryu. This one is based on the Street Fighter 6 look, so it might not be, or the Ryu that you're used to, but
Stop. Stop.
What's that?
Look at that shoulder joint. That looks
awful.
Well,
we know.
But that's the same as that's the same as Ryu Hayabusa. He's got the same kind of deal, but it's because the shoulder's wider. I guess you can see it more, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this is Revoltech. Amazing Yamaguchi. They're more known for their posability, aesthetic wise.
I don't want to see that kind of joint exposure, though. That's insane.
Hey guys,
aesthetic wise, they might not be the best looking.
All right, Jason. Jason's got to bounce.
It's my time to fly, guys.
All right, Jason.
Hey,
all right, take care. Have a good one.
Have a great Valentine's Day and good luck. I hope Soups finds a good home. So,
all right.
Have a good day.
And there you go. Look at that elbow joint. It's that's the Revoltech way. That's the Revoltech way. You're gonna sacrifice.
Anytime I buy Revoltech now, I'm gonna buy in store and I'm gonna open it in the store in front of the staff and check it.
Yeah,
because it's insane. Like what I like the figures, but man, the issues I had with the Ninja Gaiden is just insane. Like no line. They should not release figures where there's so many of them that have QC issues like that.
Yeah.
And even the one I've got now, there are other things that are wrong with it. So yeah, I mean, this I want this, but man, recently I've been really put off the Revoltech stuff.
Yeah,
I think if I pick this up, if I can get over that joint, if I pick that up, I'm gonna do what Ian's saying. I'm probably gonna open it up in the store, right there in front of the
store. Yeah.
Well,
us guys over here in the States, we don't have that luxury, so I still haven't opened my.
Over and do it.
I still haven't opened my Hayabusa yet, so hopefully I don't get Revoltech, I guess you could say. But they did announce other figures previously to this Ryu. So Chun-Li has already went up for pre-order. Luke, who is like their new main character in the Street Fighter lore, went up for pre-order, and another new character, Jury. The Kyoto store bonus is going to be this Luke damage face right here. I think they have a picture of it with it on. Oh, no, it's not on this one. But yeah, so that's just a bonus for the other character. There you go. But yeah, I think this might be another bonus somewhere too. That's what that says.
2 bonuses, huh?
2 bonuses. All right. Well, yeah, so this went up for pre-order, yesterday, today, the 14th, so it was actually the 13th for us in the U.S. because of the time difference. But this one, I believe, it was about $90, even on the import sites. Me being a sucker for Street Fighter, and even though I haven't played, all the newer games, I still follow the lore. I love watching all the people record like the cinematics on YouTube. I love watching those. I did pre-order this, so hopefully, it's not as bad. But just like Ian said, a lot of Revoltech figures have their issues out of the box. But I'm a sucker for Street Fighter, so I did pre-order this guy.
It's hard to judge as well which ones are going to be in demand and not, because we queued up for Ryu Hayabusa and there were people in the line with us, but you can still pick it up in the store now with the extra bonus piece. They haven't even sold out of the bonus pieces.
I think they might have done that that manufactured hype just like they're doing with Spider-Man, because man, Hayabusa was sold out on like every site for pre-orders, and then once it released, now you can get them on Ami, and I think Hobby Genki has them too.
Yeah. It's funny when I took them back, I was just so surprised how how okay they were. Like about just like, oh yeah, we'll take it back. And then they just pick up another one and cut it open. She just grabbed it and just cut it with a knife. I'm like, man, be careful. That's the one you're gonna give me. You just like slice into it. But I guess they've probably experienced that before. People have returned stuff. They seem to be very open to exchanges and returns. And I hear their customer service is pretty good. So yeah.
Who's doing that new 1/6 one?
I think it was like PW Toys was one of the companies.
The one that you shared? The Josh Brolin one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, if anybody's a 1/6 collector and you missed out on the iconic 1/6, you...
Oh, you mean that one? Sorry.
Did you get that one out?
No. I thought you were talking about the 1/6 Ryu Hayabusa that was that came out recently.
No.
Yeah, wrong Ryu.
Yeah, different one. Let me see. I pre-ordered it, so it's
I'm still looking for the Starman Chun-Li.
It's really Nod Toys, NOD Toys. And the face, I was saying in the Facebook group that the face looks a lot like Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
But you know, it looks pretty cool, and it comes with the sparring bag or the punching bag, however you want to call it. It looks cool. I mean, it's just a matter of.
I think they forgot he's Japanese. He's just like they've made a Western version. They've like put some white dude in.
Yeah.
It's like AI made Ryu.
Yeah.
Like you see all those AI videos, those AI Street Fighter videos.
Yeah.
So I want to move on to the next thing real quick. I know all three of us do collect 1/6 stuff, and this is Dragon and Dreams did. So they're seemingly doing the Top Gun universe. So they've already done Maverick Pete Mitchell from Maverick movie. I think they did one, and I think VTS Toys did another one where he's in that experimental flight suit at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that they did for Maverick in his regular flight gear, to me, that was one of my favorite figures, 1/6 last year. It was such a good figure. But they've kind of showcased over the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, maybe, a couple of other figures. So this is Maverick from the first movie, and he comes in his navy whites, which is really cool. So if you do buy the figure, if you can get another body, you could seemingly be able to recreate it, but you would need another head sculpt. I think it only comes with one head sculpt. It would be cool to be able to get a nice motorcycle, but like the head sculpt's not all the way there, but Tom Cruise is kind of notorious for being hard to sculpt, a lot like Mark Hamill. But I think it looks great. It's a cool figure. I would definitely try to get like maybe a TB League body to have more seamless looking than what you get here. But like that shot right there, I think that looks really good. That's a really nice pose. Now, if you don't have Dragon in Dreams, if you've never gotten a did figure, they are incredibly frustrating because for the figures, you have to assemble them, so to speak. So when it comes to like their gear and everything like that, they expect you to put it all together. Whereas if you buy a Hot Toy, you buy a Present Toy, you buy any other company, everything is put together for you. But when it comes to like the military stuff, whether it's Facepool or Did, or who else does some military stuff sometimes? Damn Toys does, I think. Like, you know, so this you could use as well. But like this is real leather. This is going to be a leather jacket. It's not pleather. So anyway, this figure is going to be coming out, and also let me let me show the other one.
Can I just ask? So you got
Yep.
experience with these. So like, does the head sculpt or the quality look as good as the promo pics?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know some of these third party ones. Was it the Present Toys Ripley? You know, it looked good in photos, and then
Present
once people
Toys,
got it in hand, it's awful. Like,
yeah, Present Toys. What they do is they take what third party sculptors do, like customizers, and they'll get that head and then they'll recast it. So they're for the most part, they're never sculpting the head. They're just taking what somebody else has done and then they're just copying it. Whereas they don't do that. They sculpt their own stuff. So let me just share that other one. So the other one is a 2-pack, but it's only one body. So this is both Iceman and Goose. So now if you were to get this figure, you would have to basically put everything on him, which is not easy to do. All of these little packs that are attached to his uniform, you have to manually get them on, which is incredibly frustrating. But once you get it on, it looks badass. It looks so good. But like all of this stuff here, like this you would attach. You'd have to put the flight suit over his greens. All of this you'd have to attach. Like it's very frustrating. But once you get it done, it's such a great figure. So I'm really happy that they're going all in now, seemingly, on the Top Gun figures, because this line, this movie has been something that I've been wanting any company to tackle over the last, I don't know, 5 years since it's kind of popped in my head. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. Here's my here's the helmet from my Maverick. I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but like it's a really nice piece. It comes, it detaches from the snap quite easily, but you know, that's not a big deal. But it's a really, really cool piece. The figure itself is awesome, and I am super excited for this. So there's like an image of all of them together, which is kind of cool, like this one.
nice.
Now, would you guys grab any of these?
I'd grab a
Is
Maverick.
Top Gun your
I'd
thing?
grab the Maverick that you have. That's the only one I kind of really want, to be honest.
You haven't
I'd
got
probably
it yet?
have No. I'd like it. I think I just have it with the helmet on because it does. You can see the lightness come through, so
Yeah.
you don't notice the slight differences, I guess.
Did you ever get the Pop Toys Last Samurai?
Oh,
that
I
one?
wanted that.
No,
No.
I didn't.
That one sells
Like
for
that,
so much
that
now.
Tom Cruise head sculpt is by far the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah, I guess I've seen it. It does look good.
Yeah, it's really good. Like this right here, like that's such a cool shot, cool image. But I'd want them all in their flight gear, right? Not just Iceman.
Yeah. I'd probably Maverick and the Iceman just to have them. Again, I've been trying to slow it down on 1/6, but I said I get pop culture icon characters, and Top Gun is still it's still a pop culture movie.
Yeah. So now this helmet is different than this helmet. So this helmet, it doesn't have that piece to move the visor up and down like that one does. You can see in the front. Doesn't have
Man,
that.
tell
So
you
that's a
one thing
totally
to
different
like
sculpt.
if you ever get that one with the because that visor goes inside, right? That
Yeah, it goes in. Yeah.
Like what's good, the Hoth Luke, that helmet with the visor, man. All it took, one push in, goes in, comes back out, big scratch right down.
No way, really?
Yeah. Do not push that visor in, man. It kind of, because it goes in, it just rubs against the plastic as it goes in, and as it comes back out, it comes out scuffed.
Oh man, well, good thing I never did that.
Yeah, do not put that visor inside the helmet.
So yeah, so I'm really excited for this line. I really am. I love that Did is starting to tackle these iconic 80s and 90s films. So
Yeah.
they did Dances with Wolves. They did, Kevin Costner, the Dunbar character. They got Maverick. They're just doing a lot of cool stuff now that I think is really great. A lot of figures that a normal company would never tackle, I think, just because the market's not there for that type of those type of numbers. But yeah, I'm very, very excited for this. Now I want a Pee Wee Herman with his bike. That's the only, and a Mr. T.
There you go.
I want, so Star Ace did the Rocky figures.
Oh man, let's not.
Now,
Oh gosh.
oh yeah, I know. But Star Ace, even though they have a terrible, horrible reputation, everyone who's gotten those Rocky figures loves them. Loves them. They say that, normally they would probably hate on it, but they said that Star Ace hit home runs on every single one. Clubber Lang, Apollo, Rocky, Drago, all of them. So,
have you seen that Rocky, like in reviews of it?
which one? The Stallone store or the Star Ace?
No, the Star Ace ones.
Well, there's a couple. So there's Rocky in the fighter, and then there's Rocky like the loan shark guy.
The loan shark.
I've seen that one. That one's awful. That's awful.
Yeah, that one is wow.
Yeah, that one's terrible. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of talk about those for a little bit. And
speaking of head sculpts, look at that one. Ooh.
Oh yeah, you got her right. Let me
Ooh.
hold on. I passed on that.
No, that's a head sculpt, man. It's not coming through perfectly on there, but yeah, she's a hottie.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about this. So this is something that I'm doing. I'm going to be giving away the Batman, the Mafex Batman and horse. It's a big item. I know a lot of people passed on it because it's pricey. But as we mentioned, I think in the last stream, I'm sort of partnering up with Vivian Blue, which is which is basically like an otaku store, a retailer that kind of specializes in Japanese figures and so on. So they're new, they're a bit small, but they reached out and they wanted to kind of work together. And I said, well, you guys are going to have to understand that most of the people who follow my channel, they follow it for Mafex or they follow it for, Figure Watts or, Japanese retailers. So if you're going to work with me, if you want me to, help you guys out, then you're going to have to start carrying more of these particular figures. And so I asked them, what's the benefit? What's the benefit to people if I push it? And, because I think anybody who's been collecting over the last few years, especially 1/6 collectors, we all know about Toys Wonderland and we know about Justin and pushing companies that aren't very friendly to collectors. Now, one of the things that's been going on recently is that Yo-Yo Kanao, I don't know how you even pronounce it. I think that's how you pronounce it. And Hobby Genki have been having issues with getting back to people, shipping things out, people waiting 2, 3, 4 weeks for an invoice on stuff that's released. So that's not something that I want for people. Again, Ian and I, when we like stuff, we can just go to the store and pick it up here. It's infinitely easier. But if you're out of the country, it's a little harder. And, I wanted to try to make something that would be good for everybody. So I spoke to these people. I was speaking to them for a while, maybe a month and a half, maybe, before finally agreeing. So we're going to be giving away the figure. The rules are, so these are the rules. You can come back to this video. I'm going to post it on Instagram. I'm going to post it on Facebook in the Facebook group, and I'll have it on a YouTube. So you can enter 3 times. You can enter once in the Facebook group. You can enter once in the YouTube when I make the video, and you can enter 1 time on Instagram. So how you enter is you have to follow and subscribe to me on Instagram or YouTube. On Instagram, you have to follow Vivian Blue. You have to like the post or like the video, and you have to tag a friend. Okay. Then you have to type hashtag Mafex Batman. If you do this, you also have to register on the Vivian Blue website. Just sign up. That's it. You just register, sign up, just like you'd have to do for Hobby Genki or Ami Ami or any of those other ones. You sign up. Okay, so it's 4 things. You have to join the contest on one of these platforms. You have to follow or subscribe. You have to like it, and then tag a friend, and then type Mafex Batman. That's how you enter. You also have to register on the Vivian Blue website. Now, registering is important because they're going to send it to you. So if you're not registered on their website, they can't send it to you. So do that. Now, the benefits for this, so you'll get 5% off if you use Kaiju Daddy on any order that you make. 5% off. It's not a lot, but it's something. So you get 5% off. And this is the key thing. This is the thing that's really big for a lot of people. When you place orders together, your orders will ship together. Your shipping is $16 flat rate to the USA. So the USA is on the other side of the world. If you're in Europe, I'm sure it's going to be similar. It's $16 flat rate. So if you get 1 Mafex figure, it's going to be $16 shipping. If you get 10 Mafex figures, it's going to be $16 shipping. So for collectors, that adds up. Al was showing me some numbers that people pay with Hobby Genki for 2 figures, and I think it was close to $40. And if you get 3 figures, it's almost $60. So if you want to get savings, if you want to, pick up a couple things at the same time, please do so. I'll post the link for everything. If you want to register now in the Vivian Blue website, I've just put it in the chat. It's a pretty good deal. So their pre-order prices are a little bit higher than Ami Ami, but when you use this Kaiju Daddy code, it brings it down. It's almost the same. And then if you're only getting $16 shipping, you end up saving money. So it's up to everybody. It's up to you. But we are having this contest again. So we're going to be giving away this Batman and the horse. If you want the figure, if you haven't gotten the figure, if you want another figure, by all means, join up, enter the contest, and hopefully you can win the figure. So it's a partnership between the 2 of us. The rules again, you have 3 separate ways you can enter. You can enter 1 time, you can enter 2 times, you can enter 3 times, once on each platform. You have to follow and subscribe. You have to like the post or the video, and you have to tag a friend. Then you have to type hashtag Mafex Batman and make sure you're registered on the Vivian Blue website, or you won't be able to get the figure. So with that, I just wanted to kind of pass that along. That'll start today, and I'll end it the last day of the month, February 28th. We'll pick the winner. And we'll pick the winner in the live stream at the end of the month. So you'll have 2 weeks. You can enter up to 3 times. It's up to you. 1 time on the Facebook group. Don't tell my wife. 1 time on Kaiju Daddy's YouTube channel. And then 1 time Kaiju Daddy's Instagram. You have to follow and subscribe to Kaiju Daddy and Vivian Blue if you're on Instagram. Like, tag a friend, hashtag Mafex Batman, and then register. So that's it. I'll post more in all of the platforms. If anybody has questions, you can ask me. But it's a great figure. You guys, I know Ian doesn't have it, correct? And Al,
No, I
you
don't have
do
it.
have it, right?
Am I allowed to join?
Not this one.
Yeah, Ian can
done.
join. You can join.
Yeah, I
Al,
actually
you
saw
have
it yesterday. I saw it in a few stores yesterday, and it's surprising how different the price is, between each store.
Yeah.
But some stores were selling for like it was like 16,000. I don't know what that is
Yeah,
in dollars,
it's
but it's
up
pretty
there.
pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't get this one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great piece. I mean, I think it made my top 5 for the Mafex for last year. It's a really cool piece. It's not something where Batman, it's the same Batman Dark Knight body, but the cape is really long. And it's designed that way to have it flowing in the background with the horse. If you're getting it just for the Batman to pose on its own, the cape is really too long for that. It's designed to go together, but it's great. It's such a really nice centerpiece in anybody's collection when it comes to the Mafex. So yeah, so that's just something that I've been talking to them about for the past, like I said, month and a half, and just trying to help people out. Again, it doesn't really apply to myself. It doesn't really apply to Ian. I did order something from them just to kind of test how it would be delivered. I got the Mafex Iron Man, which I hadn't gotten, but I got it off of them, and they shipped it. The shipping was great. It's really well wrapped, like you would expect from most Japanese retailers. So the way they shipped it was really top notch. So again, if anybody wants, there it is. And again, if you do order, make sure you put in the Kaiju Daddy code. You'll get another 5% off. And if you order things together, your flat rate shipping is $16. I had people test this. I had Darek, who's in Sweden. I think he said it was $16, right, Al? Is that correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, flat $16 is pretty good if you're getting 3, 4, 5 figures at one time. So check it out, people. Check it out. Now let's get into what's on the radar. What's on our radar? So I'll go first. So for me, I'm looking forward to this new Hasbro Pulse fan stream. They've given some hints. So this is the G.I. Joe fan stream that will be going on next month. They moved it. There's some theories why they moved it. Who knows? But they've teased Dreadnoks, and the way they've teased it has kind of hinted that the Thunder Machine, the Dreadnok's car, is probably going to be announced probably as a Pulse exclusive, not a HasLab, but a Pulse exclusive. So I'm really looking forward to this. I love G.I. Joe, can't get enough of it. And so this is something I'm really looking forward to. Hopefully we get that announcement. So this is number 1 for me. Number 2, this is Facepool figure. They're similar to DID that I just showed with the Top Gun stuff, and they've done the Saving Private Ryan line. So they're finally releasing what's his name? Carpuzio? I can't remember. So Vin Diesel's character on the left.
Yeah.
And DID, they did his figure a long time, passed on it because I wasn't really feeling the sculpt. But now Facepool figure is releasing their version, and I like theirs a little bit better. So I'm going to grab it. And then the Doc, I ended up missing on that one. It's all about family, as Eric says. I ended up missing out on Doc because I had other things to buy, and it sold out pretty quickly. So they're reissuing it. So I'm so happy they are, because that was such a major hole in my Saving Private Ryan team. I didn't have the Doc. So So now I'm going to be grabbing both of these. So they just announced these yesterday. They've teased them, but they finally announced it yesterday. So these will be coming out hopefully by the end of the year. So I'm very happy and excited for these two.
Man, I couldn't have Wade. Have Wade on my shelf. I'd just be depressed all the time. Every time I look at him.
Well, so and then the Top Gun figures that we just talked about. But like Wade, like the Doc, you know, he's a cool figure. But for me, who was the guy who got knifed? You know, the Hebrew Hammer. What's that character's name?
Melish or something? Melish maybe?
Was it Melish?
Yeah, I think that's his name.
That's a depressing character.
No, man. Wade, when he's like, he's like, mommy. He's calling his mother. It's like, geez, that's rough, man.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I collect classified. I've been in on classified since day one. I've been waiting for Hasbro. I was waiting for Hasbro to revisit the G.I. Joe line for years. So once they did, I was all in. Like I got my Dragonfly right there. I got a Hiss up there. I got a couple of Sky Strikers right there. So I'm big on G.I. Joe. I love G.I. Joe. Yeah. So so that's what's on my radar. I know that other people weren't able to really do a radar. So Al, you wanna go next?
Yeah. Well, hey, I can do this again. I got tabs up. Yeah. I got tabs up. So there we go. So all right. Well, I mean, just going back to Street Fighter, I'm really looking forward to Storm's Arena line. Ken is my favorite Street Fighter character, so this was a must. And I'm also kind of working on that Marvel vs. Capcom display, so I'm really looking forward to this. This was a day one pre-order for me. Yeah, so definitely this is on my radar. Second one, I'm gonna say it's the Maximum Spider-Man. As controversial as this is, it has to make my radar, you know, because it's just such a hot topic in the community right now. And, you know, again, like I said earlier, the McFarlane Spider-Man is my favorite design, my favorite look for Spider-Man. Read a lot more comics in, you know, the 90s and, you know, towards the late 80s. But, you know, this was around my time when I was, you know, getting into collecting is when this, when McFarlane was hot with Spider-Man. So this is a Spider-Man I mainly remember as a kid. And I just love the design of it. So, well, again, we really won't know if this is worth $50 until we get it in hand. I mean, this could be the absolute worst decision Hasbro's ever done, or they might surprise us. Who knows? Who really knows? But I had to pre-order it. And the last one actually just kind of was announced a couple days ago. Hot Toys, Gyun from Squid Games. I love the show. I like the show a lot, and I think this sculpt looks awesome.
Sculpt looks great.
Yeah, this looks awesome. And Hot Toys lately they've really been doing a lot of other properties other than Marvel, Star Wars, and DC. So it's very rare for them nowadays to do something, you know, of another property. They did announce that they were doing some Squid Game stuff a couple months ago, but all they showed off at the time were like the Cos Babies and, you know, some apparel. So this one, a lot of people were expecting them to do 1/6 figures because this is obviously their specialty, but it kind of just was announced out of nowhere, and I think this looks great. And I've been saying I'm trying to slow down.
They're going to change their direction a little, I guess, because I mean, you go into like the Hot Toy store here, it's like you go to the back, and they got all the Star Wars stuff, and the shelves are still full of all these Star Wars exclusives. No one's buying them. But you come to the front and they've got like a Squid Game event thing on, and it's packed. It's like people buying up all the goods, taking the photos. So I think they're going to start shifting towards more kind of current popular media.
Yeah.
And re-releasing the same thing over and over again.
That's what, I miss, when they were more diverse, diverse in properties. And especially with a lot of the Marvel and Star Wars stuff kind of slowing down with the media, I think this is a great opportunity for Hot Toys to either revisit old lines like they've been kind of doing with Terminator, coming out with newer versions, or Squid Games, some new properties. But yeah, I think this figure looks great, and yeah, it just kind of blew my mind. So this is definitely on my radar.
Hot Toys needs to look back into 1/12 scale.
Yeah. I mean, they haven't
everybody's
really
getting into it.
Yeah. I mean, especially with InArt coming out or Queen Studios coming out with their 1/12 line. I mean, yeah.
It'd be
So-
tough
Now-
competition. It'd be interesting to see how that works because the InArt stuff, they're coming out with like top tier quality straight off the Batman. It's like
At
they're
a
not.
good price.
It's not like we're seeing some progression of these figures. It's like here's the best you can get for
Yeah.
a reasonable price at a 1/12 scale. So Hot Toys, I mean, they've got some tough competition coming their way.
I think the difference between InArt and Hot Toys is when they did release their 1/12 stuff, and they only released one thing. It was a badass, kick-ass vehicle.
Yeah.
The Bat
The Bat. Yeah.
with lights, and it was a little bit loud, but they went all in on it. And I think when it comes to making vehicles, they have a really good track record. So not a lot other than like Hasbro and to a degree Figuarts, but Tamashii Nations, they just really put out vehicles for like Kamen Rider. That's really it.
Mhm.
But if a company and Ramen Toys, I guess, don't forget them. But like there's this major absence of any type of vehicles in any type of company platform or push for all of these 1/12 scale lines that are out there. It's depressing. Like a 1/12 Starfighter with lights and sounds would be incredible. Hot Toys would do that. They'd do that in a minute. And an N1 Starfighter, they've teased it in 1/6. They definitely do one in 1/12. So I think if they entered the game, I think it would be great for everybody. I just hope they will.
Yeah.
So now, Al, you've watched Squid Game. You enjoy it?
Sorry, what was that?
You watch Squid Game? You enjoy the show?
Yeah. The show.
Yeah. Ian, you watched the show?
I've watched the first season. I loved it. Second season, I've watched maybe 3 or 4 episodes, and I haven't returned to it. I need to finish it.
I haven't watched it yet. My kids watched it. They loved it. I haven't watched it.
Your kids watched it.
My kids put it on. Like, what do you want?
Squid Game?
Squid Game.
Dude, I don't know, man. That's a bit next level. Like that's nightmare fuel.
Listen, I didn't approve it. I walked in and they were watching Squid Game. Like,
Jeez. You know what though? I was walking towards a Toy Sapiens a few weeks back, or a bit longer than that, and I was even saying to my wife, like, as I was walking towards the store, they got the Squid Game sign, and there's a little kid in front of me with his parents, probably like, I don't know, 5, 6 years old. And the kid started humming the song, the whoo, 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 like the theme song. And I was like, man, like, what is that? Like, how does that kid know the song?
My son plays it on the piano.
Oh, man. Yeah. They're all in.
But,
They're all in. You're going to get them a Hot Toys gear.
My oldest son was maybe 5, and my middle son was 3 when my wife started showing them Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. I mean, it's animated, but it's some gory shit, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My kids watch that stuff. Like they're not
At that age.
Yeah. They watch it. And I think it's perfect. Like people think it's perfectly acceptable here. I was actually watching Demon Slayer with them when it first came out, and I was like, man, this is actually pretty gruesome, man. Like I don't know if this is right for kids. But it's strange, like when they see something that's live action and there's some violence, especially the youngest, like, you know, if it's two people fighting but there's no blood, they're actually fighting and there's some kind of intensity, she kind of like panics, so she doesn't like it. So it's weird. They seem to be very like violence, like blood or gore doesn't seem to phase people here. But it's more kind of like when it's realistic, that's when it's kind of a bit more scary, I guess.
I mean, I can't really say because I was, young. I was watching some pretty gruesome anime too. Vampire Hunter D. What else?
I always thought that was a boring movie.
Oh man, I love that movie. Have you seen,
we
both of them?
We grew up with RoboCop, man, like RoboCop and Xenomorph.
Oh yeah, like, RoboCop. Yeah. We saw all that stuff when we were kids.
I think the difference is when we were kids and we were watching stuff from the 80s, let's just say the 80s, it wasn't as realistically grotesque as what they do now. So the stuff they do now, they're pushing the boundaries, I think, in terms of like believability,
realism.
When you were in the 80s, it looked very fake. It wouldn't traumatize you if you were very young. You could kind of say, oh, well, that's obviously stupid and fake. But these days, I think things are done so well and they're pushing the envelope more that it just comes off in a different way. I think, it's just a little bit maybe stronger than what we experience as kids. That's all.
But I think like Squid Game, like the reason why I thought Squid Game is not so great for kids is just like it's a little bit more like psychological. Like you're watching it and you feel like there's one where they're pulling each other off these bridges, and man, I was feeling myself like it's intense, like it's scary, like this is
grim. It's like, and it's like your anxiety.
Spoilers. Anyway, let's get to Ian. What's on your radar for the near future?
Okay, I'll quickly put together some slides, but just now, just while we were talking. So I'll use these.
Oh, geez, there you go.
No, I haven't. No animations and crazy stuff. I just quickly did it as we were talking.
Ain't nobody got time for animation. Come on.
His quick slides are like better than our all day put together slides.
I spent 10 minutes putting my slides together.
So the first one is just the Gongo Roman key one. This was pushed back. I think some people were getting it late last year. So people have started to get them. There were some QC issues. They did have a recall if people did have issues with them. But some people said they're fine. But yeah, it's been pushed back to March. So it should be around March time. I should be getting this. I found it difficult. I actually lost my pre-order, but I did then get a new one. I think it was, I forgot who recommended it. It might have been Jason, but someone recommended a website to me and I got on there. A site that I've not used before. I forgot the name of it. It's called like Busby, something like B Must, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just excited to get this just to go with the Cyberpunk. I'm kind of looking at having a bit of a Cyberpunk display. I want to try and get the Fog Toys Cyberpunk figures as well. I actually saw them they've started to stock them in stores here actually in Japan, so I wouldn't mind picking some.
Which one? The Jada?
So I've got the Jadas.
Oh, the Buzz mod.
I've got the Jadas here. The Jadas are great, man. These are just two absolutely amazing figures. Like,
oh, you were saying the Buzz mod ones.
Oh no, the ones I want to get is the what did I say? What, Fog Toys. Do you know Fog?
Oh, okay. Toys? I don't think I've seen those ones. Huh.
So Fog Toys, a lot of reviewers last year, toy reviewers chose Fog Toys as their number one figure, and it's like it's a third-party company, and they're not Cyberpunk, but they're what I mean is they're Cyberpunk-esque. They're kind of that kind of.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, okay.
So sorry, yeah. So they're not actually from Cyberpunk, but just getting some figures that are kind of that kind of look and feel. So yeah, but this one, the Gun Girl, just the fact that it just looks amazing. It's not a perfect representation of of Rebecca. I know Buzzmod are gonna release them, and Jada is gonna release a version of her. But just the fact that this one, has cloth goods, it has so many amazing accessories. That big cannon, that big rifle, it just looks incredible. Has a different head sculpt with different hair. So I think this is going to be on a lot of people's top figure of the year list at the end of the year. And I've already been hearing so many great things about it. So this is one that's definitely up there. And I thought I would have got last year, but yeah, looking forward to getting it possibly next month. Okay, number 2 is 2 that are supposed to be coming out this month. So it's the Hot Toys Miles G. Morales. It is scheduled for February. I don't know if it will. I don't think it will release in February, just because there hasn't been any kind of promo pics of it yet. Reviewers haven't been getting it yet. But I just love the look of this. I have the Marvel Legends, and it's a really great figure for the price. But yeah, just to have it in 1/6 scale to go with my Spider-Verse, Gwen and Miles will be really great. I still don't have the 2099 Spider-Man. I haven't been able to track that down. I lost my pre-order for that when the company cancelled it.
Damn.
But yeah, out of all of them, I think this is the one I'm looking forward to the most. I just love this design. And yeah, hope to get it. Should be coming this month, or if not, next month. Are you getting this, Al? Is this?
No, I'm doing any of the like animated like style figures like Spider-Verse. I'm just gonna stick to like Figuarts.
Got ya. Okay,
Yeah.
number
They
3
do look
for
good,
me
though.
is a bit of a change in
Oh,
Now I was actually bashing this figure before.
We
I
need a
just thought it
record.
looked- I just thought it looked. I thought it looked. Yeah, it looked like a dude in pajamas.
Yeah.
But reading, so I've seen a lot of reviews. So people have got this in hand now. This has been released in some places, and everybody is just raving about it. Everyone's saying how great it is. People put it next to. I do really still want the video game version. I saw it yesterday, man. They're selling it for like double price now in stores.
No way.
Like
Wow.
the special edition version. So it's so hard for me to get hold of. Someone had it online the other day, and I was gonna buy it, and then it just got taken down. It was gone. So I don't know if they sold it on a different website or something. But
yeah.
But the good thing with this one is that seeing videos of it is that you can put in some crazy poses. The articulation on this thing is insane. Like what people are achieving with this, and they have it in a pose for a long period of time. They pull it back down, and it's back to normal. It's perfect. Of course, you have to be careful of that white spider symbol.
Yeah, because that's the one that we just don't know if that's gonna if it's gonna peel or whatnot.
It definitely will peel.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I think this one just would have some good presence on a shelf. Just that very kind of the contrast between the black and the white, with it being, not shiny or stylized. I think this is a good one. And one thing I miss with 1/6 stuff is just the ability to pose them around and keep them in poses. Everything just goes into statue poses once I've played around with them. But I think this is one that I just would have on my shelf in a very dynamic pose, and it's probably one that I'd be easily, I'd pick up and play around with, especially with the lower price point. It's almost half the price of some Hot Toys. So yeah, I'm hopefully gonna get this. This is, again, it's been released everywhere, so it should be arriving in Japan soon. Ami have it coming February. So yeah, hopefully in the next couple of weeks I should have this in hand.
Save your money.
What'd you say?
Save your money.
Save your money.
So you can afford it when it drops.
Yep.
You don't want to
Don't
miss
go
out.
to Akihabara. No more Akihabara trips for me until it drops.
I was like, Ian, you gonna be in Akihabara? I don't know. Come on, man. And then I
At
leave.
least
and
you go home. It's like I was there for so long, man. It was dark when I left.
For real?
Yeah.
I met him in Akihabara. It was like 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
In the
It was
afternoon.
like midday.
Dang, you're there all day, huh?
I was looking at retro video game stores and everything, man. And with the NECA turtles, I was trying to convince myself, don't buy them. So I went back 3 or 4 times.
Wait, which turtles were these?
No, the NECA. I picked up the NECA, the pizza. I said earlier, the pizza guys. I bought the full set of them. The pizza.
The ones that come in the box, the animated one, right?
The
The
VHS
87
box, yeah, the animated ones, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still looking for those. Those ones, I think they were a Target exclusive here, I want to say, and they were just so hard to get.
Yeah, they had the Turtles in Disguise one, which came before, and they were very similar. So I don't know. Some people like the pizza ones, some people like the In Disguise ones. But there was a 4-pack, but it's just I think it was so difficult to get hold of.
Yeah, that one's hard too. Now the Mirage Lawson ones are being released again soon, but the individual packs, so I have those on pre-order with Big Bad Toy Store, but they keep pushing the dates back. But supposedly they've been found in the wild at Targets, but I haven't seen any. So I'm just waiting for my pre-orders to come in.
Yeah, I never understand with NECA. Like, you know, when they released the Secret of the Ooze ones with the 4-pack, and they were like, you know, these are going to be easily available because the first release was so difficult and people couldn't get hold of them. We're going to just make them worldwide available. And then, man, I've never seen them. I've never been able to get them anywhere.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for the waffle?
No.
All right, well, get ready. Here we go.
Because I wasn't invited.
Is James still here? James ready?
James is gone. He went to bed.
He's gone, okay.
All right. All right. Are we ready?
Oh, that's the secret.
I figured that this one was more appropriate, right?
Yeah. Oh man, that's how Ron Burgundy. You're the one that's been giving them all away to Ian.
All right, no, we'll do it for real. So we'll do it. We'll spin it one time. We'll spin it one time. Let me just move it over here. Okay. So we'll spin it once. If you win, reach out to me. I'm not going to spoil it for people who aren't here. So if you do win, I'll give you until Sunday night Eastern time to reach out. If you haven't reached out, I'll reach out to you and kind of see what's going on. Eric is here. Eric is finally starting to watch the streams in real time. Now, Eric is the dude who will win this stuff and then not watch the stream, and I have to reach out to him. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Oh, it's going okay. Yeah, you watch the stream? No, man, I haven't watched. Dude, come on, watch the stream. But anyway, all right, here we go. One time, one spin. We had 40 spots, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. So good luck to everybody.
All right, good luck, everybody.
Ian.
Oh, it's close to Eric. Oh my God!
Oh, it's
oh
close.
My God!
Oh.
Who's getting that? That's Eric, right? Who's that?
That's Eric.
Oh. Oh well, congrats, Eric.
Oh my God! Look at this dude. Well, congratulations, Eric. I guess he knows he won. He's here. So congratulations, man. Good for you. Do you have this, Eric? Do you have this Clark Kent?
He must
Maybe he
have
passed out.
fainted
Yeah, he
from.
fainted.
Yeah, I was saying. We gotta send Clark to rescue him.
There he is. Yeah, yeah. He probably has a delayed stream. Do you have this already? Yes or no?
I don't. Probably not. He's
Probably
he looks
not.
very happy. Yeah.
No. Okay.
No.
Well, congratulations, man. Eric wins a lot of stuff, but you know, he throws in for just about every waffle. So I mean, you don't play, you don't win, right? Unless you're Ian.
Yeah.
You find a way.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in the waffle. So yeah, again, congratulations. I have your info obviously already, so we'll try to get that out to you early next week. So that's coming from Jason. It's not coming from me. It's coming from Jason. So it will be there a lot sooner than it would, hopefully, if it were coming from me in Japan. So you should probably have it. I don't know. It depends on how quick he can get it out, but you should have it next week. So good stuff. Very good.
Lucky,
So with
nice.
that, I will say thank you everyone for watching. Anybody want to add anything? No?
Again, just yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Always a great time. We'll catch you on the next stream.
I like that we're doing this in under 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's pretty good. Good time.
You know why, right? You know
I know
why.
I know why, because our top radar doesn't have 50 things on it. Anything you want to share with the peoples, Ian?
No, just again, thanks for inviting me on the show. Always look forward to this. It's great to talk toys. And, yeah, hope everyone can enjoy the rest of their Valentines and their Valentine weekend. And yeah, hopefully I'll be back.
So I will post today. Today being Saturday, I will post today more info about that giveaway for that Mafex Batman. So make sure you enter. It'll be a good figure to add to your collection. Even if you have one, hold it, give it to somebody who's a collector, hold it and use it as barter to trade. You know, so I mean, even if you don't need it, it's always good to have it, right? It's free. So yeah. So thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. I appreciate it. Take care. See you all next time.
All right.